So it's down once, down again, and then down once more, just to make sure you are in a completely non-obvious section of that menu, and you will see the split screen. I am Couch Coop. I do deserve the Rally split screen gaming community, all 12 of us, an apology. I put out a video about WRC 10 and harped on about it being the last of its kind for a split screen mode with WRC games. I was absolutely devastated. I did not realise that Generations has one nestled in that, buried, I think is a better word, menu. EA WRC, the newest, does not have, to my knowledge, famous last words, a split screen mode. So this really is the last of its kind. I will adjust the thumbnail. We're going to start off with a standard test, asphalt, the top end cars, no rain, sunny day. I'm very happy with this. I left it in the 2K 60 frame default performance mode, but I don't think that's carried over to split screen. However, there is no major performance issues here and no pop-in, more importantly. There are no replays in the split screen mode, unfortunately, so we'll never find out if any of that got sorted. Now, one of the things and a major plus point I want to mention with this mode in Generations is that it keeps the track and car switch out select screen just prior to going into a race, so you can switch things around. This is super important when you've got someone else with you, because it doesn't, again, to my knowledge, give you the ability to set up a campaign, i.e. loads of courses or races in succession. It's kind of one and done with the race selection, but that's okay because this is technically the best looking vertical split rally game on the market, full stop. It really does look beautiful. We have a nice detailed and vivid ghost car situation with the other player. This isn't a stagnant yellow block. Every single race and course and location is available to you on split screen, and this is where things get major important. Also, the weather variables are just the same as they are in the campaign or time trials modes, and that also goes for the amount of selection within a location. Nothing whatsoever is barred from the split screen gameplay. Let's have a look at some of those gravel courses and that powdered surface. One of the areas that EA WRC very much excels in is having some of that Unreal 4 top tech involved with the dust and persistent dust. I will link the review to that game in description. But this kind of copes. It's okay. Again, we don't have replays. It feels pretty natural. And of course, I have noises from my pad, but Lewis doesn't. Lewis is on the right-hand side. Pretty sure these are bonus cars or legendary, but there's no hybrid here. There are some pretty cool petrol numbers within that car selection. I do appreciate that. Generations does have one foot firmly in the past and fairly recent petrol powered rally cars. All screen adjustments and car placements, you can have it in car, external, halfway, all of that is accessible. Bear in mind we did go into it and we got an instant crash. But that was really one of the only major issues we had with this entire play session. So let's go to the snow, and I've kept a light snow shower on, and I've also put it on to morning, slightly less dramatic lighting, but it all still holds together. I was expecting some issues here with some of the spray and technical on screen causing some frame drops. Everything was smooth AF, really good stuff. This is definitely on par, if not better, than WRC 10 because of that newer car selection and that difference on map. I recommend having both of them, to be fair. My only sort of major complaint with this format is not being able to put like a little season together or some campaign courses that last, longer than the one race. I may not have seen it. It wasn't exactly shouted to me as we were setting up the split screen. So let me know if the comments that is there. Two games that do that really well are Dirt 5, offering you an amazing unlockable campaign for 2 people local. And of course, they're excellent F1 games. There's a whole season for you to go through with 2 people on a couch. Both will be linked in description. So this is the snow on a clear day. Obviously loads whisper. I much prefer this vivid lighting. It just gives the game a bit more dramatic shadows and feelings of speed. I wanted to mention, and I'm not sure if this is deliberate, so the other player on the other player's screen will have the ejection of the gravel, snow, water appear on that second player's screen, but not the car technically. So if you do have a big crash or smash, you will puff up a bit of cloud and smoke that the other player will have to deal with. It could be used tactically to a certain extent. Let's head over to a different track and keep that rain on. Pretty cool selection with the cars here. That's a Porsche over on the left hand side, and that's Citroen, both of which are above 300 brake horsepower, and I'm pretty sure they're in that legendary tab. For me, it was the stand in water that completely stole the show. Not only was it visually okay, but it also acts as a tar pit on speed, so avoiding it was excellent than being around corners that you weren't expecting. This was pretty cool in-engine interaction. I was impressed and not expecting that much of it. So this is like full-blown heavy storm. Now if you've watched my recent PlayStation 5 EA WRC video review, that's the newest rally game on the WRC front, I'm in the time trial mode because I'm looking at all the cars and all the courses. I'm not going through that campaign. It has a very cut and dry, no pun intended, weather system, meaning broad daylight midday or just a tiny bit of spray on top of the track. I took this as the whole game having this standard of weather, and that is not the case. I may even put some more content out about that because it does look incredible, as does this. For a split screen game, I was gobsmacked. Night racing is totally a thing in split screen WRC generations, and I was over the moon at this, particularly with some rain on, make it interesting. I'm in a Subaru. This was excellent stuff. The headlights worked really well. I was worrying about it falling over here with shadows and all kinds of mechanics that the split screen couldn't handle, but no, it was totally awesome. It's not all plain sailing with some of the mechanics knocking that split screen over, and we went over to Wales and put a storm on, and the whole thing was like unrecognizable as a video game. This looks okay in the single player. You can't have it all with the split screen mode on a rally game, but we certainly have got 95% of it. Extremely impressed. Only wish I'd found it earlier. They'd advertised it a bit better. Couple of mates and a few beers, someone keeping tabs on the points, maybe winner stays on, you've got yourself one funny night in. This is also on extra for that monthly fee. I have been Couch Coop. I will of course see you down there. Wukong is the next video. My hands are recovering.